This is for a idler pulley and tensioner replacement for a 2011 BMW X5 with 92,000 miles. Here are the parts that you would need to order. This is the tensioner, and there are two pulleys. There's an upper pulley and a lower pulley. To begin, you're going to need to make some space in front of the engine. So to take off the bracket in the front, you're going to want to release this hose to allow you to get to your bolts and get the front aluminum bracket off. Once you've got that aluminum bracket out of the way, it's going to allow you to get the fan pulled from the front of the engine, and of course you're going to need to remove the engine cover and the intake hose. Here's the fan. It comes with this swing clip here. You're going to need to understand how that works for you to get that fan out of the engine bay. There's also an electrical connector that will have to be disconnected. To begin with, we're going to start with the tensioner. Here's the Torx socket you're going to need to use. This is, of course, after you've already removed tension from the belt and removed the belt. So get your socket on, remove the tensioner, compare it to the new one, and get ready to put your new tensioner in place. It's got a little piece of metal in there to keep the tension off of the belt. Keep that in place until you're ready to put this all back together. Once you've got the new tensioner in place, I don't really show it here in this video, but next you're going to move on to the first idler. I don't know if I think this is the upper. Once you've got it loose, take it out of place. Pretty easy to get to once you've got the fan out. Gives you plenty of room to get in there and get your tools in place. After you've got it out, you're going to compare it to the new one, make sure it looks the same, and get ready to install it. You're going to remove the dust cap from the previous one and get it to ready to place on the new pulley. This pulley is in Germany. It looks like it's pretty good quality. Found that this pulley, the lower one, was making noise and was looser than the other two, the upper and the idler pulley. You're going to do the same thing you did with the other one. You're going to compare it to the new and get it ready to go back in. Once you've got it lined up, get your Torx back down there and tighten it. Release the pin on the tensioner and slowly allow the tensioner to get into place. Alright, now that you've got the belt back in place, it's ready to start reassembly of the vehicle, so it's time to put the fan in first. It's pretty easy to put back in, actually. There is a water hose down below that you're going to have to reach down and kind of push out of your way to get the fan into place. Also, just make sure that when you're about to seat it down into position that you get these tabs in. Next, push in the connector for the power, and just ensure that the two clips on one on either side is seated in position. the one on the driver's side over here, you've got to bring that clip around, swing it over into position. Once it's in position, you're going to have to push the fan down into place until it clicks. Next, put your aluminum bracket in place. And that's it. This is how to replace the 2 idler pulleys and tensioner on a 2011 BMW X5. The whole process took about an hour and a half.